Hello, traveler! So, we got a couple of fake out leads here, but I am faster. So, I'm going to go for fake out. He goes for intimidate, it seems. And I'm actually really surprised at how much it does despite the intimidate, which is kind of cool. It makes me almost want to stay in, but I don't. But it does help me know that if I have to come in on Arcanine later, I can fake out and double hit KO it. So, anyway, I don't really know exactly what he's going to do. From my experience, they've got like T-Fang, Crunch, Extreme Speed, Fire Move, etc. But I don't know if he's going to have anything new. Apparently he's going to use Return, which, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's going to be his best option, but makes me kind of a little curious on what his set is if he's also got Extreme Speed there. So I put Toxic on him, and I'm going to Roost Up, and in comes Fake Out thing. And I can't really explain why. I just had a feeling that this was like a substitute user who's gonna like fake out sub, then I don't know, like Focus Punch or something because of Scrappy. So I didn't want to try to use Toxic on it, so I switch out, figuring I can Earth Power him if need be or set up Rocks if otherwise. So I set up my Rocks, and in comes Missy, and I'm just like, man, Missy and Gengar make Claydol stupid. You can't Earth Power it, you can't Explode on it, you can't Rapid Spin, and you sure as hell can't even stay there to take the hit. So this puts me in a bad spot, and I'm thinking, do I want to go back to Altaria? I don't want him to sub. Do I want to go back to Ambipom and hope that he's just going to go for the stab? Because people often forget about Ambipom as like a, I'm going to take hits kind of guy, but he can definitely take ghost hits equally as well as Blissey can, But he sets up a nasty plot, so I'm thinking, okay, a little bit different than Calm Mind, so maybe Alakazam even can come in later with a one-hit KO Shadow Ball on him, so we'll find out with that. But I'm not going to go for the fake out despite predicting a switch. I am going to go with Shadow Claw, and I was expecting Kangaskhan to come back in, but apparently he wanted to save it, or he figured just in case I predict that and used fake out on him. So he just used his Arcanine as an Intimidate fodder, which I don't know. I don't think I would have done that, but it wasn't terrible, so I go right back to Altaria since I'm pretty sure now it doesn't want to sub. And I do want to use Toxic here, and at least I think I go for it. I might use Dragon Rush, actually, thinking Missy might come back. Yeah, I guess I was still afraid of sub and went with Dragon Rush when I really should have Toxic'd. But, oh well, I missed anyway, which certainly doesn't help. So now I can't even, like, fake it out later and hope to kill it or something. So I go over to Claydol, who's a little bit more physically bulky, but apparently not enough. So this is tough because I can't Earth Power because Missy's going to come in. I can't Explode because Missy's going to come in. But since it's so obvious that Missy's going to come in, I'm thinking maybe he'll think that I'm not going to do that because I'm sure thinking that he's going to predict that and just use another Return. So if he does use a Return and I stay in, I can hit him. But, it's a really big mess of, like, I don't know how much he's predicting me. And, I don't want to switch to an Ambipom trying to predict him to switch, because if he doesn't switch, I lose Ambipom, and then it's done. So, in the end, I'm going to stay in and Explode, even though I'm pretty sure Miss Mangus is going to come in, because I figure at least that way, my Claydol will be gone, and I can still bring in Ambipom. So I see it really as a question of, I'm going to lose Claydol, I'm going to lose Ambipom, or he's going to lose Kangaskhan, depending on what we do. So I'm going to go for it and give myself a chance. I'm going to make it one of those two guys. And unfortunately, he did bring in Miss Mangus, so I don't want to say it's what I wanted, but it's kind of what I was prepared for and expecting and was like anticipating, so that my next few moves are already planned with that in accordance as if I wanted it to happen, So it's not like, obviously I didn't want to lose a guy for free, but it's what I wanted. Anyway, as that's really weird, I decide that now I see Blaziken hanging out with a Scarf, and I'm like, he can probably one-hit KO with Flare Blitz, and then Kangaskhan isn't going to want to come in because it's a fighting type, so that might actually even just be my best move. So I'm going to do that and make all of that thinking totally irrelevant. So I'm going to come in, but he T-bolts me, and I'm like, what? I'm Scarfed. That means you're Scarfed, and you have Nasty Plot, which totally fakes me out. Because he used Nasty Plot earlier, I had no idea. So I'm telling him in the chat, I'm like, lol, you're Scarfed. He's like, oh, you found that out? That means you're Scarfed too. So in comes Kanga. I'm like, really? Really? God, that was dumb. So now he knows I'm Scarfed because I have a big mouth. And it's going to force me to switch here. I'm just going to go back to Altaria because it's too weak to do anything, and it's too slow, as I learned in my last match, to outspeed any walls and roost. So he's just going to take these last couple of hits, and it's going to bite the dust, and then I've got some options. So there goes my walls, and this is the problem with a team of offensive guys. When your walls go down, especially when they're both weak to the same thing, because this team sucks, then, you kind of can't really take any hits. So in comes Blaziken, and I figure Sky Uppercut, might miss, predicted. So I'm going to go with Flare Blitz because of Blaze, which I normally always forget, but today I thought about it. Probably because his name is Blaziken, But I go for it. In comes Altaria, who takes it, but, still gets rolled by it. And I'm going to die from recoil here, but I don't want him roosting up. So even though I really probably could have just gone to Ambipom, probably should have gone to Ambipom, I didn't, so whatever. No big deal. So I'm going to bring in Ambipom now, because I'm expecting, he's probably going to bring his lead back in, but, even if he doesn't, whatever. So in comes this guy, whom I'm looking at great. I've got Dugtrio, and I've got Alakazam, and then I've got this guy. He's got a Fake Out and Azumarill. I can't take all of it. And wait, nothing's coming. No! No! So apparently Nintendo sucks. It's going to disconnect on us, but this is why Verse Recorder sucks, because I still get the match. And, well, that's pretty much it, guys. I think he had the win anyway, so good game, dude. You got it. Peace.